Hey guys, my name is Derek and I fish for Morehead State University, and today I'm going to show you how to tie the double fluke rig. Now the items you need to tie the double fluke rig is 2 Zoom flukes, 2 Sampo barrel swivels, and 2 Trokar 2 offset wide gap hooks. And of course you need your line. I like to use around 14 to 18 pound test Sunline FC Sniper. Most of the time when I'm tying my main line to my leaders, I just use the same pound test. I know I can get more bites if I do downsize my leader line. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it, and I'm going to show you how to tie this rig. So on the first leader, you want to tie it pretty short, around 10 inches, make it 10 inches long. I have one right here just to show you. See, and you want to tie one longer than your first one. Your first one, it's loose, it slides up and down your line, and it makes it look like these fish are just chasing each other. Now, you cut a piece of leader line, and I'm going to go ahead and tie on one of my Sampo swivels first. And now the way I tie this, I tie all my knots to be a Palomar knot. Palomar knot's the knot I'm most comfortable with tying. It's quick, easy, and I've never had a knot break. I do wet my knot just right before I cinch it down. That way it doesn't slip once it hits the water. Some people believe in that, some people don't. I do. I like to believe in that. It gives me that extra confidence that my knot isn't going to slip or break. Now after I got my Sampo swivel one, I go ahead and tie the hook on the other end. This is going to be the short leader. And I try a Palomar knot on this too. And if you've never fished the double fluke rig, it is a really exciting rig to fish. Not only it gives a great presentation in the water, you can fish it year round. I have fished it in spring, summer, and fall. It does catch fish year round, especially if they're gorging on shad. And you can also present it in a lot of different ways. You can let it sink into the water column, or you can keep it right around 6 feet. And sometimes, if you have a high-speed reel, you can, as soon as the bait hits the water, you can start twitching it and reeling real quick, and those shad will just start busting the water and jumping, and you can get a topwater bite with it too. So there's my short one. I'm going to go ahead and tie my long one too. Now, everything you need to tie this rig you can find at Sportsman's Warehouse. Google, find your local Sportsman's Warehouse and go and check them out. They help me with everything I need. Or, if you don't have a Sportsman's Warehouse close to you, you can go on their website at www.sportsmanswarehouse.com. I'll go ahead and tie my swivel onto this one. Now I did just have a tournament this past weekend that I so happened to win. It was on Lake Cumberland. It was my first collegiate tournament. We launched out of Wolf Creek. It's my first, like I said, it's my first time fishing Lake Cumberland. I didn't know what to really expect. We had a cold front move through in practice days, and fishing wasn't so good for us, but we were able to pattern a couple good bites with this double fluke rig actually. I ended up catching several doubles over the past weekend, which was pretty exciting. I don't get many doubles on my home lake. My home lake's Yatesville Lake. So after you have both leaders tied on, you can go ahead and put your flukes on. And you should rig your flukes just like you normally would rig a fluke, just like a Texas rig. Put my second one on. And after you have this done, you're pretty much done with it. You have one more knot to tie and that's it. So there's my short one. And here's my long one. So after you have those both tied, you grab your main line. And the first one you do is you take your short leader and you just run your main line through that swivel. And you can basically just slide that up your line and forget about it. And you take your long leader and you tie the Palomar knot on this one as well. This gives you 5 Palomar knots. I've never had a knot break using the Palomar. Now this is a little tricky using the Palomar on this 5th one, and if you're not very comfortable tying the Palomar, you might need an extra hand. But after you get that fluke through, you can pull the Palomar right through. And after that, you're done. And there is the double fluke rig. Now, when you work this double fluke rig, here's how you're going to know if you're working it right. And sometimes you will get twists like this, but you get less. And some people ask why you don't use a triple way swivel. That actually does give more twist than what you will with 2 swivels. This swivel just, when you tie a short swivel, it just allows it to run with main line, and these 2 can just twist free. But anyways, there's what your double fluke rig looks like. Now when you work this, you're going to know when you're working it right, when your long fluke gives off the appearance that it's chasing your short fluke. Now, when you're twisting your rod, you want the flukes to just kind of weave back and forth and just dart. And sometimes when you stop working your bait and you just let them sink, those tails will flutter in the water, and it can a lot of times give you some good bites. Well, that's how you tie your double fluke rig. Like I said, if you need anything, Trokar hooks, Sampo swivels, flukes, Sportsmans Warehouse got it. Just check them out. Thanks.